Okay, YouTube. Welcome back. So I feel I need to make this video because I've got a few things to say, and I'm sure some of you might not like what I've got to say, but I'm hoping that the people that have been following me for a while will listen. So there's a guy called Sam Hoffman, and from what I can make out, he was an early part of this community with people like Steve Olsen and stuff like that, but very quickly pushed out because he was saying that he was seeing these great big planets in the sky, and people like Steve Olsen and Scott Sion and Alex Lujan, were pushing him out because they were saying that he was trying to rip off Velikovsky and trying to rename the planets himself. He was just pointing at clouds all the time, and we seem to have these. You know, when I came along 3 years ago, it seems to be like two factions. There was the Montana Sky Watchers on one side and Steve Olsen, etc., on the other. And then you've got Dave Dobbs. Now, Dave Dobbs is a fellow Englishman. Got a lot of respect for Dave, but recently he's been going on about this spiral solar system, and I agree with that. I do. We live in an electric universe, but you're basically taking what Sam's been saying and so trying to apply it to your model, and then Steve Olsen and you and whatever the other guy's name is, and you all get together and you're all like, oh well, look, Dave Dobbs has been predicting this for the last so many years, and what you're all doing and what you've all been doing by ignoring Sam, you've been ignoring the science, and you've been ignoring the major show. You've been ignoring the show that's happening right in front of us, like the footage that's playing in the background that I filmed today. This is just a time lapse, and this is what happens in the sky. Now what you're seeing is the transit of planets going past us. Dave is right, whether he stumbled across it through Sam or, like he says, somebody else. We do move, we fall behind our star, but we are the small solar system in a much larger solar system. And no, it's not Jupiter. We are now surrounded between us and the sun. There is a larger solar system than ours, and we're being transited every day. When I first started seeing this, I thought I was going mad, because one of the first things I said to my wife, I got her up at God knows what time in the morning, dragged her down in the middle of nowhere, and I sat and I was pointing at the sky and saying the whole sky is a planet, and she was looking at me like I was a madman. Now, I didn't stumble across Sam until a guy called Andy pointed me in his direction, and then when I watched his channel last year, there seemed to be a lot of content missing, because you could just find interviews on like Radio Wasteland. Now I'm going to dedicate this whole video to Sam, and I'm trying to stick up for you here, mate, because you are 100% right. I've never met the guy, I've never spoken to him personally. I'd only heard a couple of radio interviews that was basically saying the same sort of thing that I'd been saying for the past 2 years. Anyway, for some reason he's popped back up in my recommended videos, Sam Hoffman. Anyway, so I watched a video of his today, and I'm going to include it at the end. It's a 45-minute video, and it perfectly explains what I've been seeing in the sky and what's happening in the sky. And I did chuckle to myself because, like I said, I've never met him, and it sounded like me talking on my videos over the last 3 years. Like I said, Dave, Steve Olsen, and Scott Sion. Now, Dave's been seeing this double-tailed object. All you're seeing there, mate, right, is an object that just goes around with this massive, great big system that is sitting over the top of us. And if you don't like that, then you don't like it. But that's the truth, all right? You're just seeing a speck. You're not taking notice. No, none of you are. Steve Olsen, you're not. You sit on the fence most of the time. You show other people's work, and you know, you're all arcing on about this and that, and then you've got Scott's own. You know what, mate? It's, you know, and Dr. Albers now, again, you know, I think you've both done a great job, but how can you ignore somebody that makes so much sense with what they're saying, and then you rubbish him? And you're probably going to rubbish me for making this video, and you know what, I'm really not bothered anymore, because after watching that 45-minute video of Sam's, and he explains it so well, you know, and the way he's been pushed out, and the way I feel like I've been pushed out and ignored by, you know, WSO. I've reached out to you, I've reached out to Scott Sion, but that guy's just, you know, an arrogant idiot. Yeah, there is something going around the sun, Scott, but it's, again, you're seeing a tiny part of a picture, the major show that's going on in front of all of us. Alex Lujan, I like you, mate, and I think you do great work, but again, all you're doing is pointing out these tiny little blips in the sky, when in fact the whole sky is the show, and you need to wake up to what's happening, because you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. Look at this little blip in the sky. Mr. MBB 333. I'm going to get panned in this video because I'm pretty much just slating anybody that I watch. But Mr. MBB 333, you know, you're always like, oh, well, it's gravity waves. And it says it's not. It's nothing to do with that. I emailed you and you emailed back, and I said to you that there are giant planets in the sky when you were showing a picture of a base cloud. Now, I'd never met Sam. I start calling it base clouds, and then lo and behold, in this video I'm watching tonight, he calls them base clouds. It's the same things going over us all the time. All right, we live in an electric universe. You've got to let go of Einstein. You've got to let go of Newton. Yeah, there could be planets, or not. There could be. There is. There are planets right next to us, and we don't hit each other because we repel each other in an electric universe. Look into it. That's not me. There's, you know, lots of evidence out there. Just go and look at the Electric Universe channel. I think that's what they're called. But anyway, just go and, you know, don't shoot the messenger. I didn't want to see this in the sky, and I had a very strange experience. After coming back from Glastonbury Festival, I had 5 really horrific, horrible dreams, and every time I woke up, I just had this overwhelming sense that I was supposed to be looking at something in the sky, and lo and behold, I went out there after about a week and watched this thing was staring me in the face, and I couldn't believe how clear it is. And to use Sam's words, I can't believe that, you know, you're all missing the point. Everyone's, you know, talking about, oh, I'm trying to relate it to God and all this box. It's not, all right? You just got to let go of it. You've got to let go of your fucking egos, all right? The fact that Sam was maybe right and you were wrong. And Steve Olsen will probably get, I can hear him now, well, you know, nobody really knows what's going on. No, actually, Sam knows what's going on. I've never met the guy, and I can pretty much confirm everything that he is showing, I've been seeing, and I've been trying to show you guys, and I've been trying to show it, and I'll show you great evidence. There are some great sky watchers out there. Jim SA, I've got to give this guy a shout out. He knows what he's going on about. Seven, or Enki as he's called himself now, boom, again, he knows what he's going on about. Right, there are guys out there. See, I remember Boogeyman Up All Night, he was about as well, wasn't he? And I joined Sam's group, or I was invited to join one of Sam's groups on Facebook, and I posted a video, and this guy jumped on me like flies on shit, having a go at me. So I left the group and I got off Facebook, so I don't like Facebook anyway, and I've tried to push ahead with what I'm seeing. And you know, Sam will explain it to you. I'm gonna leave a link at the end of this video, because if you can't see, after Sam explaining in his words, and he's got some little diagrams that he shows, he's got some brilliant pictures, and he can point it out better than me, because he knows what's going on. He knows the names of them, and then I think I read this thread between him and I think it's Alex Lugeon, and Alex Lugeon was just going, all you're doing is renaming the planets because you want to take the glory for yourself. Well, listen to Sam's story. He doesn't say that. He says that he was visited by a Palladian, or not visited, but he met one in person, and they told him the name of these planets, what they called them, and then he found evidence to back that up years later with the same evidence. And when these things started coming in, lo and behold, they're exactly the same as this conversation that Sam had. Now, I'm not trying to say that, I don't know Sam. Sam, if you watch this, I would love to talk to you, mate, because I've literally thought I've been going mad for the last 3 years. I feel a bit relieved tonight after watching a couple of Sam's videos, and I probably should have watched them last year, but like I said, they weren't on his channel, or if they were there, I wasn't being shown them by YouTube. But you've helped me so much without even realising, mate, and don't get downhearted by idiots in this world. What it is, people aren't idiots. We've all just been programmed one way. We've been brought up and we've had Einstein and Newton shoved down our throats, and it's one of the things I've said for years is that it's a theory of gravity. It's a theory of evolution, right? It's not proven, it's just a theory. So Sam comes up with a theory that there are giant planets sitting next to us and they fill the entire sky, and he's rubbished and thrown away like Roger Mud Fossils. His theory is that all the ground and that we live on was once upon a time was giant creatures, and he's got hardcore evidence to back it up, but yet he gets ignored and rubbished by mainstream scientists or people that are on their own agenda. And Steve Olsen, you've got a massive platform, and so have you, Mr. MBB 333, where you could get this out to the truth. If you're a Skywatcher, then you should be trying to get the truth out, not your version of the truth, but your truth. If you're wrong, then you say wrong. Now, I've not been right in everything I've been posting, and I know I haven't. I've said about Sun Simulator, and I'm pretty much convinced there isn't one. It's just a combination of different light refractions and that we're seeing in the sky. And I'm not having a dig at Jeff P there, because Jeff, I think you've done some amazing work, but there seems to be this little hardcore group, and you don't really get on with each other that well. Sion and Olsen and his mate, whatever his name is, and Dave Dobbs and Lugeon and all that, and you all seem to have the same outlook or similar, and you're not willing to let your cognitive dissonance down and drop it to see the bigger picture, to see the major show in the sky that's right above us right now, goes over every single day. This footage you're watching now is a dog walk I took with my wife today, and this is what the sky looked like. You call yourself Skywatchers, and you're trying to sell something to people, that really you're not really telling them the truth about. If you're a real Skywatcher and you're out there like me and Seven and Jim SA and people like this, and you're looking up at the sky, Ask Guys today, he does a great job as well, so I just want to drop him in there. But if you're looking at the sky like us guys, you can see that there are great big objects in the sky. You can, yeah? You can make all the you can make all the models, computer models you want, and sit and talk about this and that and Jupiter and all this bollocks, all right? You can do that, and you can look at all the satellite images you want, right? But you're not showing first-hand evidence. Now, I am, the other Skywatchers are. Sam's been trying to show you all for a long while, and he doesn't want anything for it. He just wants the truth to come out, and that's all I want. And if this is a community, and you call yourself a community spirit, then you should listen to all angles rather than trying to rubbish people, because your cognitive dissonance won't let you see what's going on. It's hard to let go. I understand that. But if we're all on the same page, then we have a louder voice. But at the moment, it's like factions within factions, and it's bollocks. All right, we should all be uniting, and if you take the time, go back through my videos, actually watch what I've been trying to show you. Look back through Sam's videos. I don't know this guy, I've never met him. We're showing the same thing, we're talking about the same thing. That's not a coincidence. It's not. And Sam's got an army of people that are seeing the same thing and taking pictures, and he can show you and explain to you. All I'm doing is showing you weird lights in the sky, because I don't really understand how many planetary bodies are out there, although I know there are a few. One comes in from over on the left and the other one comes in over on the right, and they pass the back of my house, and I've been trying to show this for 3 years. They go over our heads, they fill the sky, and then Dave Dobbs and Scott Sione are pointing out these tiny little, look at the little baby objects. No, fuck that. All right, fuck that. Drop that shit. All right, yeah, it's just what you've got to do. All right, look now. I know this sounds like I just wanted to have a go, and I didn't want to have a go, but I just wanted to speak my mind for once clearly, so you could all hear me, rather than the wind blowing and me going, look at the blue, look at the stripes, look at the purple in the sky, because that's pretty much all I do. Sam, if you watch this, or anybody that knows Sam, I would love to talk to you, Sam. I would, because I think we could help each other get this out, because that's all I want to do as well, mate. I do. I just want to get it out to people. So look, before this signs off, I just want to say to any of my subscribers that have donated to me over the last week or so, you are all absolute legends. I promised that I would try and be as truthful as I can with you all as to what I'm seeing and what I know. And if anybody watching this video and you've got this far into this rant, then please go over to Sam Hoffman's YouTube channel, subscribe to it. I'm going to leave a link to a few of his videos at the end. Watch them, all right? He'll explain it, and then go back and watch some of mine, and things start to make sense. Because you're missing the major show. You're focusing so much on the small things that you're missing the actual show that's literally going on in front of you right now, you know, every day, and it's incredible. But yeah, so thanks to my subs. Sorry if I pissed anybody off in this. It wasn't my intention. I just feel like this needed to be said, and I'm not calling you out, but you know, look at the bigger picture for a change. Yeah, thanks to my subs, and if anybody does want to donate to me, my PayPal is below, and I would really appreciate it, because I'm a bit strapped at the moment, but I do start back at work in a couple of weeks, thank God, because I need some human interaction. So anyway, thanks for watching. Sam Hoffman's the man. Peace and love.